Hello! Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good night, possibly. Good morning for me. It is much earlier than I normally stream. I hope everyone's doing well. Fruno GG on first. Hello. Fedge, hello. S, hello. You know I didn't hit the button. Let me hit the... Let me go hit a button. One moment. There we go. So today we're going to be working on some notes. Trying to think how I want to best do this. Probably put this over here, and then I'll... Well, do I minimize it now? Do I move chat? Maybe I move chat. Hold on. Maybe I put chat over there, and I can put my notes over here. This is probably fine. So, in about an hour, I got to leave and then go finish getting ready for work and head out. But you know, we had an hour of free time. I was originally thinking I would do some big hops, but I'm like, an hour to do a little bit of big hops. And then, like, if I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm not going to want to just stop. But notes, we need to update notes anyway. So we might as well do it now. And then we're doing it on stream, which I think is kind of fun. But yeah. Chris, hello. Good evening. But so this is my screenshots folder. We're gonna be scrolling through here, looking for things that need to be added to my notes proper. Yeah, exactly. Notes pretty good. I know we have a lot of books that I haven't added, so like that's probably what I'm gonna be doing first. I think we'll go here. We can go to the notes scene right this moment. Oh my god. Also, I just want to mention something. VLC Media Player just updated, and they did the most baffling thing in this update. They changed the amount of volume that gets changed when you scroll. So normally, I mean historically, I guess, if you use the scroll wheel on the volume slider in VLC Media Player, it moves by 5%. I think it would sometimes move by 10%, but typically it was 5%. And now it moves by 4%. I think the upside to that is that, like, you know, technically you have like a little bit more control over your volume, right? Like you can easily scroll without it being as like you can do smaller increments, which is nice. The downside to that is that 5% was a better number, and that I like specifically would scroll it to different volumes for different things, and now I can't scroll to those exact volumes anymore because they're no longer like, it doesn't go by increments of 5. And while this ultimately doesn't truly matter, it upsets me in my head. Alright, let's look at book. So we have 3 of our drafting strategies here. Let's go ahead and get the other 2 drafting strategies in here. I could also, I technically could, like, crop the books, although I don't know if that's necessary. Alright, here's one of them. Which one is this? Volume 4. Perfect. Imagine being responsible and actually updating one note. Yeah, I agree. Is there a setting in it? You know, Fed, realistically, there probably is a setting. Because VLC has like a ton of settings that are hidden by default. I could look for the setting. I'm not super worried about it. But I could look for it. Alright, let's see. I think I like doing this. I found a flaw in how I'm doing this. I think what I'm gonna need to do is maybe make these slightly smaller icons. I don't know if I want to make my notes page a little bit smaller here. I don't have enough room on my desktop to do both of these. This is fine. Okay. Alright, where did drafting strategies go? I just like lost the thing I was looking at. Oh, that's the wrong one. This is the right one, okay. Windows has a default of like 3 lines per scroll, and I always change it to 1 per tick. Yeah. I would probably, if I had one of the scroll wheels on my mouse that was like the free rolling kind, like the, you know, very smooth, like analog-y feeling ones, I would probably do that. But I've always historically had clicky scroll wheels, you know, that do like a very was it discrete like scroll. So with those, it's more annoying to have only one line at a time, because you gotta put more work into scrolling. Oh, actually, you know what? Calling this alt. If it's the same page, then I'm keeping the page number the same, but calling it the alternate page. Boom. We got volume 4 added. Now we can go add volume 5. I think one of the things I should do is I should go reread all of these and then we can add more tags to them based on what they reference, because that might be relevant, like, long term. You did CAD work, so precision's better. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like to get 20 dead ends in the house, you would need all of the sides to be dead ends, right? Like, I'm trying to think of what the house even looks like. It's a, what, 5 by 9? That's... Getting 20 dead ends sounds terrible. I think you would need, like, T pieces or cross pieces along the like, if we're gonna number the columns, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2 and 4 would need to be like T's and crosses exclusively in such a way that you could put dead ends at all of the on the edges, which would be like terrible. Canis, hello. I know you said no audio. I probably won't actually do cat treats today. I don't, because we're here for such limited time. I'm probably not going to have a chance to do that, and they ate not that long ago. I'll refund those. We are always here for limited time. Yes, we're on much more limited time than normal, though. Also, in one of the previous streams, I don't think I did this off stream, but maybe I did. I did come up with a book naming, like to name the image files for the books that I like a lot, where it's book title, followed by, like, if there's volumes, followed by page number, which I kind of followed here. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington was so big I didn't quite follow it. I didn't follow it here, but I might rename these to follow it. Ah!
Dwarf two-steer.
Bjorto! Hello, Bjorto. I hope you're doing well today. I hope work's going well. Thank you for 35 months. That is so close to my favorite number. So close. We're almost almost there. Oh, interesting. I don't know if it matters or not, but I just now realized the Gardener's Logbook starts with a mentioning a date. April 10th of 92. So I guess April 10th is the day that this gardener started.
The new guy?
Yeah. Or I guess maybe it's not when he started, it's when he started this book. This logbook starts on April 10th.
Oh yeah, because he had time to realize
that there wasn't other stuff, yeah. I don't know if that matters, but I mean, I am being extra observant of dates. So, you know what? We'll actually put a date tag. We'll make a new date tag. And we'll note that this book has a date in it. So any time there's a date mentioned, we should like use a date tag probably in a thing. Okay, so we'll call this, what is this file called? It's called Gardener's Logbook. Gardener's Logbook. And then, what did I do? Underscore, yeah. Underscore P. And then I'm just gonna copy it like that, because it turns out my brain really wants to do the double zeros on my own. This also includes one of the angel names. So I think we should put a tag. Are we calling these angels? I mean, I guess. I don't know what else to call them.
Yeah, I think they are angels.
Mhm.
Like, isn't that what they are called?
I think
the
so.
angel.
And we're
so-and-so?
gonna give this the angel tag because it gives us Draxus. So you get angel. This technically gives me a date too. I mean, I guess all of these give us a date. They all give us the date books were checked out, although I don't know if that's necessarily super important most of the time. But this also gives us a date of January 20th. Caro Marzi did a thing. So like, I guess, do I just put every time anything has a date, we put a date tag? Because, like, dates are all over the place in this game. Is your favorite number 67? No, it's 36. My favorite number is 36. Like, I don't know, 36 is just a good number. I don't have, like, a great logical reasoning for why it's my favorite number. I just find 36 to be a very appealing number. You like 12 a lot? Yeah. You would love living in Washington State, then. The sports team, what's their name?
Well, Seahawks.
The Seahawks. The Seahawks.
When they won, there were 12s freaking everywhere.
I think the Seahawks are in the Super Bowl this year.
Are they really?
I think so. I'm not actually sure. But they're like a few years back when they were like doing really well in the sports thing, there was like a whole thing where like the whole like state, at least multiple towns, were so like amped up that there were 12 flags and banners and stuff just everywhere.
Stickers,
buildings,
like, it was everywhere.
Yeah, it was wild. Like you would see buildings like storefronts and stuff that just had giant 12s all over them.
In the Seahawk colors,
Yeah.
of course.
Because like the Seahawks have a whole thing that I think the idea is that the fans are the 12th person on the
They're
team.
The 12th player, yeah. I think that was the vibe.
But at any rate, it's weird to me that the Seahawks are like doing well this year, and I'm not seeing as much of that. Like I am seeing people. The only reason I know that the Seahawks are doing well this year is because like at work I do have people like I work on Sundays, which is football time.
And they're like, oh man, are you upset you're missing the game?
No, they just start. It's very like culty kind of a start or end interactions with a "Go Hawks!" Oh yeah, go Hawks!
I'm wondering if the enthusiasm is somewhat tempered by everything else that is currently going on.
It could be. It could be that people have like it could be people have less extra money to spend on like fan things, because like having a giant flag that you like hang from your building, not exactly like cheap. Could be that. Could be I don't know. Could be just not as many people as interested as previously for some reason. I come here for cozy moment. You remind me that the Devil Birds are in the game. Damn you! Damn you! I don't know. Are Seahawks Devil Birds now?
I assume that they support the other team or something?
I don't know. I don't keep up with sports. They are to the Broncos. I see. Do you like abundant numbers? I don't know. You mean just like numbers being posted everywhere? It would be very weird if suddenly like towns were covered in 36s, because even though I love 36, I wouldn't understand why. That was the thing that was weird at first, because I didn't know why there were suddenly 12s over everything. So there was this period of time for like a couple of weeks where suddenly there were just giant 12s all over the place, and I didn't know why. And then it was a little bit later, like it was later that week, that somebody explained to me that the 12s were a Seahawks thing. An abundant number is one that has many divisors. Oh. Yeah, I probably do. You know what? The sum of the divisor greater than the number itself. I think I would probably like abundant numbers overall. It does. I mean, I do know that one of the things that I like about 36 is like the 36 is the, it like the square of 6, and then like there's 6 sides on a die, and I think your probability of rolling like things on 2 die is like 1 out of 36, right, or something like that. It's been a while. I do remember being in math class in like high school where it occurred to me I just really liked the number 36. Like I do have a vague memory of just being like, there's 36 again. Nice. Just being like feeling like having warm feelings that 36 was there again, and going, this is good. I like this. We need a new counting system based on 36. I guess I won't knock it till I try it. I don't know if I need something to mark that this talks about the freezer. Like the freezer still has a mystery for us. I do love skilled players synergize with red rooms. That's just so funny to me. Honestly, Maid's Chamber might also be one of the worst red rooms. Maid's Chamber, like, making you not find stuff as often feels very rude. $36 is considered super abundant. What the heck? So it's abundant, but more abundant than most abundance? Like, what does that mean? Wonder. So if each of these... Oh, my counting is slightly off in this book because of this. That's fine. So if each of these are 2 pages... 10, that would only put us at page 20. There's a note from a classroom that talks about missing some pages in a book, and apparently it's not this book. I thought maybe it would be this book. It has so many factors that the sum of its factors is higher than the sum of factors of any smaller number. Oh. How do you feel about 60? 60's alright. I don't really have feelings about 60. 60 is perfectly fine. The only higher is a colossally abundant, which 60 is. I see. I like 36 more than 60. 60 does feel good, but it's like, it's no 36. Okay, real quick, I want to go check my my notes of that. Okay, so these were identical. The version of the book from the library was identical to the version that was in the observatory. There was not a difference. The only difference is that that in the library version we get to see that the book was rented before. I do think that the version from the library is better because of having that slight additional information. But we probably don't need to, like, re-add it, since everything else is the same. So I'll probably just add that one extra screenshot. The opposite is deficient numbers, which is just mean. Excellent, Beavers. You did. You did in fact say it right. When I head out in a little bit, it's going to be because I'm going to Blueprints. We're going to be going to a place that that changes every day to solve puzzles.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I jokingly, I don't know if I've said this on stream. I've said it to Torny a few times, but like a massive part of working in pharmacy, like a patient interacting pharmacy, is genuinely like investigation. We constantly investigate things, and like that's one of the things that like as you become a seasoned person working in pharmacy, you get better at investigating. Like a lot of times it's, you know, someone saying something and you going, hold on, the thing that you've said doesn't actually make sense, but like it doesn't make sense for reasons that you probably wouldn't just immediately understand. So hold on, we need to see what's going on here. You know, like it'd be like if someone offhandedly mentioned that they get itchy every time they eat something. Like, to them that might not mean anything, but the reality is that means they have an allergy that's related to that. Like, stuff like that. Like, hold on, you're out of your medication. That shouldn't be possible on account of your medication should not be out. And it's like, this means one of two things. See, this means either somehow it got filled for the incorrect amount, or you're taking it differently. And it's like, what's that? It seems like the supply you're thinking you're out at exactly half the supply. Probably it's being taken wrong. Probably you're taking two instead of one. In which case you just ask, oh yeah, how are you taking that, by the way? Oh, you know, I take one in the morning, I take one before bed. I see. And why are you taking one before bed? It's not part of the instructions. Where did the bed one come from? Oh, you know, my doctor told me if I wanted to, I could also take one before bed. I see. It would have been cool if they told us that, because, like, if they told us that, then you wouldn't be out right now. That, I see. I still feel like these children's books are gonna have more secrets in them. I don't know how, but I do think that Swimbird and the Red Prince are gonna somehow have things in them. Ooh, you know what? We have the drafting strategies category. We should actually add another one for Marigold. We'll just say Marigold, like books written by Mary and Marigold.
That's a pretty solid plan.
Yeah. Because those books, like, we now know that there's like three or four of them, I don't remember, but they also, like, feel like they belong in their own thing. Oh. I do love that we checked out this book when we were very young. I'm kind of like looking at this, that, like, you know, everyone everyone has a pretty distinct handwriting. I wonder if that's ever going to be relevant. Like if you can figure out who, like if there's going to be something where they're not signed, but you can figure out who wrote something because the handwriting will be very clearly one of these people. Like, you know, I wish I could zoom in on this scene more, but like, you know, Herbert Sinclair is the very, very clear cursive. Miss Peterson has that. Childhood Simon has that one writing. Anne Babbage has like a more legible cursive. Detective Bon Margle has a bold print. You need like a panic button that drops a gauge on customers and they must explain themselves. Is this like in The Fifth Element where the thing's wrong and the whole thing pops up and points a bunch of guns at the person? Wait here. Wait here. Explain yourself.
Prescription is being assessed.
You're... Or at least get a soundboard that makes record scratch noise. I guess that could just be a record player. True. Alright, let's... What is this? I think let's go move some of these images out of image folders. Images. Books. Let's do new note. Oh, no, not new note. Okay, new folder. Guide to Reddington. Didn't I put drafting strategies in here forever ago? Where are all the other drafting strategies? Oh, I did not put them in forever ago. I see. Okay. Well, all the drafting strategy images, the images don't have to be as organized, so that's okay. Hmm. Oh, so, what's his name died on what, the 4th? It was like 3 days and then we started? Yeah, I think Herbert died on the 4th of November, if I remember correctly. News about his death went out on the 5th. And then in 2 days' time, we were here, little 14-year-old Simon on his own in a dead guy's house that everyone has evac'd. Also, the staff left really quick. Hold on. Where's the note about the staff leaving? Didn't they leave, like... Hold up. Must leave by the 6th. Okay, so the staff left, like, 2 days... Okay. Herbert died on the 4th. The staff was informed that they needed to be gone in 2 days' time, and then we were there 3 days later. Like, that's kind of very, like, that seems absurdly fast. Now, we know from the emails that Herbert suspected he was going to die on the 4th and literally had planned everything around this. So, like, I mean, maybe, I don't know. We don't know why he thought he was going to die on the 4th. I mean, the email implied that it was like a premonition. That he was like, oh, I've seen my death. But, like, we don't actually know. We don't know how he died. The newspaper article just said, like, of a condition that had been not publicly, like, disclosed originally. Like, yeah, actually, this is it. Passed away at 73 after a struggle with a heart condition that so this says that he had a heart condition that he had not told anyone about. Which, like, there's a lot of ways someone can die that can look like a heart condition, right? This is like, there's a reason that's the most common trope in murder mystery stuff. Oh, they seem to die of natural heart causes. And it's like, you know, like all of the constant, like, non-natural ones that look natural, because, like, unless you're testing for it, you don't really see it. The classic murder mystery special. I wonder if it matters that he's 73. Do we need to know his birthday? Do we know his birthday? Like, if he's 73 now, we can know the year that he was born. With, like, a within a 1 year accuracy, because unless we know the day, without knowing the day he was born, we won't know the year. Oh god, we need to make, like, a little calendar thing. Like, I need, like, a little calendar. I need, like, a little calendar list, and then put, like, you know, on this day, like, like one of those this day in history things, but just for this game. This day in history. Okay. We might, hold on. Where's the? I don't, hold on. Let me look at the screenshots. Let's We gotta travel far back for a second. We need to go very far back. I want to go look at a note from a while ago. Old note. What is this? What the fuck is this? Hold on. This didn't mean anything to me before. When we first saw this, I hadn't been in the classroom that's relevant to this. Actually, no, I had been in the classroom, but what is going on here? Why does this say 6 or 0? I don't know. That's very odd, though. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Okay, hold on. Share my room. Ah, wrong button. Now make sure he gets no presents for... Okay, I was hoping... I remember this vaguely mentioning the birthday, and I was hoping that we would see the birthday. Like, but no. Alas. No, thingy. Alright. It is about that time. It's been an hour. So I got to wrap up. I gotta go finish getting ready for work and then head out. Womp. But we got a good amount of notes updated. Like it doesn't feel like I got a ton of notes updated, you know, because I still have so many screenshots we haven't like touched. But like we actually did do pretty well. Like we got a bunch of books added, we got file names adjusted. I got more things out of the main category. Like I still have a bunch of stuff in it, but basically every time I add a screenshot to Obsidian, it just puts it in like the main folder. And so all of those have been just you know, a big mess. Wolfgang, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to refund those. We're ending. There was not time for treats today, unfortunately. Oh, Hempooley. Hempooley's live. And Hempooley is working on some game development, so we'll go over there. It's kind of like the same idea. Yes, we will pet some cats. Anyway, if you've never hung out in a Hempooley stream, Hempooley streams are super chill. He's got 2 cats that come up a lot. He pretty much exclusively, well, not exclusively, he mostly streams like co-working kind of streams. He usually streams himself like working on projects. He sometimes streams some like other game, like playing games with some friends, but usually it's co-working streams, and they're always very, very good. He also answers a lot of questions about games. Has his own opinion on game design stuff. It's always a good time. I really like just hanging out in Hempooley streams. Anyway, have a good day. As Battery would say, or else.